Okay, you've made it to the end and you're ready to do a full motivational interview. Feel free to go back into any of the modules at any time to review any of the 4 processes or a particular skill that you think that you didn't quite understand. You can also reach out to me via email at grintherapy@gmail.com and ask me specific questions. If there's anything that's unclear about the skills you've learned to date. Some of this is going to just take practice of going through the roadmap over and over again. The first thing to do is this kind of mini circle here with engaging the patient and asking a lot of open questions. What brought you in today? What are you interested in talking about? And they might mention several different things, use summaries and reflections, and agree on a topic. So you've mentioned a couple things, this, and this. Did I get everything? Which topic would you like to focus on today? And once you've gotten the target behavior on the table, then you're going to move into the full roadmap. Engaging them again. Tell me about your drinking. Tell me about how you procrastinate, whatever the behavior is. Summarizing that, reflecting it, evoking with selective reflections, really looking for change talk, and you can use some of your other strategies, importance and confidence, pros and cons here. And then again, asking the key question, did I get it all? What do you want to do about this? And go into planning. The role play shows planning with menus, and I will say that if I have one session with a patient where we really get into MI, I will definitely go into menus. If I feel like I'm going to see them for several sessions, I might not offer menus first thing, but rather give them some confidence to come up with their own idea and their own plan without going through the full menu options and see how that goes. If I feel like they're pretty engaged, they're going to come back in and see me, we can slowly work through the options together before I provide menus to them. So in general, I try to hold off on giving advice and doing planning. I won't do that if I have a sense I'll never see them again or if engagement's slow, because I do want to offer the different options that they can do so that they're not picking a plan that we both know is something they've tried before and they're not confident with without suggesting the other options. They still might choose that plan, but I would really want to make sure I get those options in. So in the example role play, you'll see me do menu planning. There's not much to say here about the role play other than that the particular one that I did is really long. It's 45 minutes. You should be doing a 20-minute role play, exploring clients' views on the status quo, summarizing ambivalence and change talk, exploring options, and closing on good terms. What Alex and I ended up doing after our first take, which you're seeing the first take in this training, is we used a timer and had the person that was the client just say, you're at 10 minutes, you're at 20 minutes. If you feel like you and your partner want to have the luxury of role-playing a full session, that's fine. So it's kind of up to you. But if you're struggling for time or if you're worried your partner is not going to be conscious of it, use a timer. Same thing with viewing this role play. I put a slide in there which basically says you can fast forward through this. You don't need to see a full 45-minute motivational interviewing demonstration. However, it's there if you'd like to see how this can go. I think my automatic timer, because I'm in private practice, is on the 55-minute mark, and I just naturally start doing that. So use a timer if you'd like to keep it concise. If you have time and you and your partner do want to spend couple hours doing that's fine. The more practice reflecting, the better. At the end, you can practice MI style feedback with the observer. Hopefully you still have your workbook. If you're doing this at a later point in time, I would definitely have the printout from your workbook in front of you, or find a way to write down these instructions, because you might want to kind of have the roadmap in front of you as you go if this is your first time. Yes, so at the end you'll practice MI style feedback. It says with the observer, that's if you had 3 people, I mean with your partner. So what you're going to ask your partner is the person that was playing the client will ask the person that was playing the therapist how they thought it went. So rather than saying, oh, you did a really good interview at the end, or like, oh, good job, let's switch roles. You're going to refrain from judgment of your role-playing partner and ask them, what did they think went well? What things were challenges? What were particular skills you demonstrated? And then you, as the client, now kind of debriefing your partner, going to say, well, so this is what I understood. You think you did really well at summarizing. You think you listened. You were really frustrated by the fact that you didn't know menus and you kind of were looking at your sheet. Did I get it all? And if the therapist says, yeah, I did, you can ask permission. Here's some things that I noticed, if that's okay to go over with you. I noticed I felt like really understood. You felt genuine. Go over all the good things and any specific critical feedback if you have any, or ideas of things they could work on. And then ask them, what did you think about that? And then switch roles and do that over again. So you'll see the MI style feedback at the end of the role play. All right, good luck. I know you guys can do it. If you have done this full training, you should be well on your way. Take care.